Live from the old bar, it's Penny Tonight, starring your host Jess Pinney and sidekick Chris Motherboy Harrigan. Tonight's guests, Jess Cornelius from Teeth and Tongue, Leith Thomas of Sabbatical Records, and musical guests, Dan Cross, Girl Mountain, and Aaron Wallace. And now, because she said she wanted to do this and it's too late to back out, Jess Pinney!
Welcome to the Bolt Report. New format tonight, by popular demand, no Bolt. Great, alright. It's a good start. But seriously, welcome to Penny Tonight. I'm your host, Jess Pinney. This here is my sidekick, Chris Harrigan. We are your next gold and silver Logie winners. Oh, you guys you're a hot audience. Okay, so welcome to our first ever live taping. Don't get too excited. We're all really glad you could make it, but we're a new late night show and we're not trying to break out of the Australian market. We're just aiming for passable, bland, inoffensive, middle of the road infotainment.
Just as well.
Yeah, true. So how are you all doing? You've been keeping up with the news? Yeah, Chris, you've been keeping up with the news?
I always make an effort to keep up with the news.
Good boy. So, the biggest news this week, according to the Herald Sun, front page in the weekend paper, Kate Middleton, the newly appointed Duchess of Cambridge, went supermarket shopping.
What?
Yeah, really, really big news. One onlooker stated how impressed they were by the new royal's down-to-earth attitude. Insisted that carrots, cucumbers, condoms and lubricant were a part of any normal person's weekly shop. I know it's a part of mine. I've got a sad story now, so let's calm down. National treasure Delta Goodrun and all-round scumbucket Brian McFadden have called time on their 4-year engagement.
Aww.
Yeah, it's sad. The two-sided irreconcilable mediocrity as the reason for the split.
Hey, you can't say that.
Yeah. Anyway. In happier news though, Paul McCartney, we all know him, of Wings fame, he's getting married again. And this time he's playing it safe and completely inanimate, and is simply putting a wig, lipstick and a prosthetic leg on a deposit box. Good for Paul. And Chris, you've heard about the upcoming Buffy reboot, am I right?
No.
Well, everyone else in the crowd surely has. They've been making some interesting choices though. They're thinking of leaving out Sarah Michelle Gellar and Joss Whedon altogether. And they're also thinking of leaving out the whole vampire element and simply calling it Felicity. I'm sure there's a lot of Felicity fans in the audience. It's very current. Another bit of sad news here. Norio Ogre, the inventor of the compact disc, has passed away, aged 81. His funeral proved problematic though, after his body was misplaced in the wrong coffin. Once located, he skipped repeatedly when buried due to being badly scratched. Yeah, that one might not air. Okay.
I hear he died at the age of 74 minutes.
In more serious news, we all know about the Osama bin Laden being killed. Whoops. What was most recently revealed, though, was his many escape plans. Now, they involved tying some bed sheets together, or taking notes from Disney's Rapunzel reboot, Tangled, but failing everything else, disguising himself as an overweight elderly woman a la Big Mama's house. None of them worked. Close by, China and North Korea are in the middle of a dispute, with China accusing North Korea of acting like a spoilt child in its dealings with the West and its desire for nuclear arms. North Korea, on the other hand, is angry with China over a number 78 fried rice with cabbage and tofu that it claims it never ordered. I'd be pretty steamed too. That guy liked that one, yeah. In more local news, let's bring it home. The Australian Navy has uncovered an internal drug ring smuggling steroids. Naughty. When asked about it, the Vice Admiral stated, I don't see what the big deal is. Steroids make it easier for us to out homosexuals on Facebook and broadcast sexual relations on Skype. I'd say. Chris, you know this one.
Yeah.
When I talk, Big Tobacco are currently fighting against a motion that will force them to adopt plain packaging alongside the graphic health warning photos. Yeah. And now Crown Casino are fighting a similar motion that would force them to adopt posters of broken families and dead hookers in their lobbies and gaming rooms. It's not going to be good for them. And finally, we've been reading complaints, a lot of them, that Prime Minister Gillard's refugee policy, the Malaysian solution, borrows heavily from John Howard's Pacific solution. But to be fair, Howard's policy did borrow heavily itself from Hitler's final solution. So we can't be too hard on old Gilly, can we? Yeah. Alright, so thanks everybody. So stick around, we've got a great show coming up. We've got Jess Cornelius, Leith Thomas, Dan Cross, Girl Mountain and Aaron Wallace. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back right after this break. I'd just like to take this first little opportunity to formally introduce my lovely sidekick, Chris Harrigan.
Thank you, Jess.
How are you doing, Chris? You're looking well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have been working out actually.
I didn't actually.
Yeah, I was doing. I did three push-ups yesterday.
Just 3?
No, well, 3 rounds of 3 sets of.
Okay.
Yeah, of 1.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
That sounds like quite a workout.
I'm in a lot of pain to be here, as I think we all are.
Yeah. Just about.
Yeah. Oh, there's some great cue cards you've got there. Why don't I have cards?
Oh, well, you can have this one if you want.
A little visual gag there. She's written "you suck" on the cue card.
Well, if you're going to be that jealous of my little index cards here.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so you're working out.
I'm working out. I like to work out a little bit. My mum's she likes to work out.
That's a nice shoehorn.
Yeah, I try and crowbar my mum into any anecdote I can do.
Of course you do.
So she does a body pump. I don't know if you know what that is. It's sort of like they get around and do workout. They dance and they dance along to like bad pink cover songs.
Okay.
It's a cult. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But her body pump instructor, I think, was like getting married or something, and must have dropped an invitation to the wedding on the floor because my mum ended up claiming that she was invited to this wedding, which is just baffling to me.
Well, yeah, I can imagine it would be hard to get a rapport that would warrant a wedding invitation when you're just hurling directions.
Yeah, you got to time your questions and stuff to the instructor in between the beats. But so she got invited to this wedding. Apparently, my dad backed out. He refused to go with her. Quite smartly left town to do it. He went up north.
Nice man. Well done.
It fell to me, and I had to. My mum offered. She said, "Chris, will you come to the wedding with me?" And I said no.
Of course.
And I said no. On the 5th time that she asked me, she promised she'd pay me $100 if I went, and that she'd stop crying. So I was in this weird scenario where I was being this awful son, but also being like an escort to my mum at the wedding.
Am I supposed to be paying you tonight? I thought this was a free arrangement.
Well,
here.
we've got a backlog of invoices for you and me, don't we, Penny?
Well.
We all know that. Terrible relationship. But so I went to this wedding and people would say, "Oh, so how do you know the bride?" And I'd be like, "Well, my mum gets told to dance by the woman up there, and I'm being here with cash."
You're being paid
incentives.
to be here as my mother's escort.
As the escort. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, don't go away. We'll be back right after the break with our first guest, Jess Cornelius. Don't go anywhere.